right, and now we hop on to question number 7. Right, this is on electrostatics. So they say to us, we've got two small spheres, that's P and S, carrying a charge of positive 4 microcoulombs and 9 microcoulombs respectively. They are 0.1 meters apart. Right, they say state Coulomb's law in words. Of course, you're going to state that, but let's go to the next question. They say calculate the magnitude of the electrostatic force experienced by sphere S. All right. Now, in this case, we know that the electrostatic force is directly proportional to the charge on both P and S, inversely proportional to the square of that distance apart. That's quite a straightforward question, just straightforward substitution. And so we're not going to waste time on that. So that's 9 times 10 to the exponent of 9 multiplied by, that's 4 microcoulombs times 9 microcoulombs. And this is divided by the distance between them is 0.1 squared. All right, and please, without any waste of time, let's try and calculate that. So 9 exponent 9 multiplied by 4 exponent negative 6 times 9 exponent minus 6, and this is divided by 0.1 squared. Now, please, one that I want you to remember is that, so I got a force of 32.4 newtons, right? But remember, that is the force that they exert on each other, but it is also the force that P experiences due to S, and also equally so, the force that S will experience due to P. Okay, right, so it doesn't matter how they place that question, right? Ultimately, we are talking about the same thing. All right, now let's go on to the next point. They say to us, X is a point R meters to the right of sphere P, as shown in the diagram. Define the term electric field at a point. Okay, again, when you talk about electric field, that's F over Q. So once you remember that formula, then you will remember what is the definition of electric field. Right, I want us to quickly run to the next question. They say, calculate R if the net electric field at point X is 0. Right, now firstly, we're talking electric field. So which means when we observe this guy here, remember we always assume that that's a positive test charge, right? So what happens? I'm going to evaluate what type of field is experienced by point charge X, or rather by imaginary charge X, right, due to P and S respectively. So what happens? P is actually pushing this guy away, right? So it will experience a force of repulsion because of P, right? But so does sphere S. Sphere S is doing the same. But what do we note? The field due to P should be equal to the field due to S. They're opposing each other. How do I know this? Because they said the net electric field is 0. Okay, so which means E net is equal to 0. And so the field due to P should be equal to the field that will be due to S, sphere S. So now, what we know, that's KQP over, remember between P and X, the distance there is R. So this is divided by R squared. Again, KQS divided by the distance between S and x, okay, that would be 0.1 minus r. So that would be 0.1 minus r all squared. Right, and all I can do is to, k and k are constants, so we can cancel them out. So the charge on P is 4. Divided by r squared. And the charge on Q, or on S rather, that's 9 times 10 to the power negative 6 divided by 0.1 minus r all squared. Now guys, I want you to always be mindful, just please be careful here, because you can end up with a quadratic expression, but only if you don't see what I see. Okay, so firstly, those can cancel, right? Times 10 to the power negative 6, those can cancel with each other. But if I take the square root on either side, right, what am I left with? I'm left with 2 over r, which is equal to 3 over 0.1 minus r. Now you can say to me, look, what if we wanted to make it plus or minus? It's not going to help us much here, because we're looking at the distance between 2 points, right? So I'm going to just simply cross multiply. So I've got 3r, which is equal to 2 into 0.1 minus r. Right. And let's divide both sides by 2. So I've got 3 over 2 r, which is equal to, remember that cancelled with that, that's 0.1 minus r. If I take that to the other side, I've got 5 over, sorry, so that's 5 over 2 r, which is 0.1. And so if I want r multiplied by 2 over 5, multiplied by 2 over 5. And so that will be our value for r. Okay, and that is 0.4. So that means that is 0.04 meters. That is the value for r. All right, now quickly, they say the two spheres were brought into contact and returned to their original positions, whether electrons transferred from P to S or from S to P when they were in contact. Now, please remember that electrons will always move where we've got more electrons to where there is less. So already I can tell that we've got more electrons here because it is less positive, right? So which means it has more electrons than S. So therefore, electrons will actually be transferred from P to S. Okay. And finally, they're saying at what distance from P will the net electric field now be, will it be 0? So remember, once we get 2-point charges to touch each other, right? Transfer electrons to a point where both of them are equal in charge, right? Until that is the voltage between them, or the potential between them is 0, right? So when will that be? If they are equal, it will be at a halfway mark. So it must be at a distance of 0.05 meters. Okay, so that's definitely at the halfway mark. And so, ladies and gents, that brings us to the end of question 7. Very interesting, and hope that we'll continue together on question 8. Let's look at question 8.